It's now time for Crime in the DMV, where we bring you the latest headlines from the week. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Sierra Fox. We start with the Fox 5 exclusive. Montgomery County Police arrested a man accused of attacking people with a machete in Silver Spring. Fox 5 Shamari Stone spoke with the victim.
Glenn Korcha tells me that he is thankful to be alive after this random attack. This all started here at this public storage facility located in Silver Spring near the West Tech Corner Shopping Center near Colesville Road Sunday evening. According to court documents, Glenn Korcha tells me he got out of his car, walked right over here to the keypad to put in his passcode in order to gain access to his storage unit. At the corner of his eye, that's when he sees 24-year-old Michael Darrenson Vincent Gomez running towards him with the machete. Glenn then gets back into his car, shuts the door, and locks the door. That's when he sees that the suspect then takes the machete and starts hitting that gate. You're now going to hear exclusively from Glenn Korcha. What was your reaction when you saw him running at you with the machete?
Shock and surprise. Just try to stay calm and keep together so I could make a sound decision and get away. So I just got in the truck as quick as I could, locked the doors, drove in through the gate, told my wife, don't unlock the door, don't try to open it because there's somebody chasing us with a machete. And
then the suspect, 24-year-old Michael Darrenson Vincent Gomez, police say ran with the machete to this West Tech Corner parking lot here. Again, located near Colesville Road. Police say he then tried to attack two more men with the machete near this Capital One bank and the Panera Bread right over there, as you can see. Those men ran to their cars and were able to get away. Take a look. Police were able to catch Gomez in the parking lot and arrest him after they say he hit parked cars with the machete. Meanwhile, Glenn Korcha tells me he's thankful no one was hurt.
I feel blessed. I never heard him coming. I don't know why I turned my head the way I did and happened to see him running at me from the road, but I did just in time, and it was just enough time to get into the truck and get away before he reached me. If I had not turned my head when I did and seen him coming, he would have been on me in probably about 3 seconds.
He's definitely grateful. Now, tonight, the suspect is in jail without bond, facing several charges, including first-degree assault. In Silver Spring, I'm Shamari Stone. Back to you.
Staying in Maryland, a Montgomery County judge has found a 19-year-old guilty of making a threat of mass violence. Fox 5's David Kaplan was in the courtroom.
The defense team tried to argue that this manifesto that Alex Yee wrote was a work of fiction and that he was entitled to First Amendment protections. However, the judge did not buy that. The judge saying that she agreed with the state's attorney's office that despite the names being changed in the manifesto, that it was a reflection of Alex Yee's life and desires to commit a school shooting and therefore constituted a threat under Maryland law. Police arrested Yee last spring. Even before that arrest, Wooten High School had already banned Yee from the property after concerns about student safety. The school assessed Yee could present a danger after a school counselor reported some of the things that Yee said during a counseling session. Then in March, Yee sent a peer a copy of this manifesto, which again outlined this desire to shoot a school. That peer read a few pages, then contacted police immediately, who started an investigation. And during the investigation, police also uncovered messages with other people that Yee had been talking to online, in which Yee showed admiration for school shooters. State's Attorney John McCarthy here in Montgomery County grateful for that person who reported the manifesto to police, while adding that he believes lives were saved.
I would say to you that we are particularly thankful because as we stand here, this case had a lot of the same kinds of earmarkings many of these mass shootings around the country have. Some of the issues that trouble this young man, in this case, are the things that have become too common in terms of the profile of shooters in other cases.
No comment from Yee's attorneys as of right now. The sentencing is scheduled for February 28th. He will remain in custody as additional evaluations are done before that sentencing date.
In Northern Virginia, a thief caught on camera accused of stealing thousands of dollars worth of merchandise from a thrift store. Fox 5's Julie Donaldson has the details.
It was 9:45 last Thursday night when a man wearing a hooded sweatshirt broke into the front window of this thrift shop, Thrift Lords. Now, he walked away with more than $2,500 worth of merchandise, and the entire thing was caught on surveillance. Now, the unknown man has a full beard and mustache, and he was carrying a hammer in order to break the glass. He was seen walking around the shop looking for items to take. The owner, Tobar Ideki, said the man left with shoes, clothes, jewelry, a TV, among other things, including money. Now, at one point, it appears as if the man looks directly at the camera, but seems unfazed about being recorded. In all, the damage amounting to about $3,300, a definite setback for this small business.
Financially, yes, because one, I didn't realize how expensive a window was. Yeah, so I had to get that done that same day. It was just more of just wow, I've been trying to do my thing and trying to put the store out there, trying to put the shop out there, and then for this to hit, I'm just kind of why?
Now, Tobar believes the man in the video had been in his store a couple of times before back in the spring, and he had become frustrated that they would not lower the price of an item, but they have not seen him since. So as for what you can do, well, if you do recognize the man in this video, they ask that you call Prince William County Police Department. Meanwhile, Tobar says the shop will remain open and welcome to paying customers.
It's been more than 7 months since parole agent Davis Martinez was killed on the job. Now lawmakers are set to take up new measures aimed at protecting state employees. Fox 5's Lily Zhang shares more.
I think especially the question about why it took so long for police to be called is what it irks us the most.
This is one of the lingering questions Gypsy Barrientos has more than 7 months after the murder of her boyfriend Davis Martinez. The parole agent was found on May 31st in a Chevy Chase apartment, allegedly killed by Manuel Sewell, reportedly stabbed multiple times.
It seems really surreal, I mean, the murder itself was, sometimes I feel like I'm in a different body.
Agent Martinez was there that day for a home visit for Sewell. Sewell had been out on mandatory release since 2021.
We understand that he has a dangerous job. I understand that I have a dangerous job, a lot of people do. It's not a surprise, but what was surprising is how much everything else failed him.
Since Martinez's death, there have been more calls for policy and leadership changes in Maryland's Department of Public Safety and Correctional Services. One bill working through the Maryland legislature now would push for a workplace violence prevention standard. A union representing about 45,000 workers has long called for agents to do home visits in pairs. It is the lead advocacy group behind the new bill.
Public sector jobs do tend to be dangerous by their nature. I think all our members want is for their bosses to, have the plans, have the resources in place.
The man charged with Martinez's murder is due back in court next week. Barrientos says if found guilty, no amount of time served would be enough. For her, justice is about transparency and accountability from the state.
If that ever happens to me, if an employee dies under my watch, that I would be able to face the family and just be as open and honest as possible.
And we checked in with Maryland's Public Safety and Correctional Services Department. Now, there is a policy that says the agency does not comment on bills that it did not draft, nor did the agency have a comment on Martinez's death.
Fairfax County Police have arrested a Peeping Tom. This comes after months of incidents involving multiple victims. Fox 5's Josh Rosenthal explains.
People have an expectation of privacy within their own homes, but for months, people who live nearby here have had to wonder if somebody was out there watching. Last April 9th, a woman tells police she saw a man peeping through her window in the 2100 block of Evans Court in Fairfax County near Falls Church. Detectives would later release pictures of a suspect and link the man to a total of 8 peeping cases between April and just last month, all in the same neighborhood.
I was getting ready for work, so I was getting dressed, and I said to my boyfriend, there's someone out there.
We spoke with one of the alleged victims in December. She asked us not to show her face.
I feel like telling people is how we're going to actually get him, because I'm sure he's been doing it for a lot longer and no one has ever seen him.
Then, December 26th, a break in the case. Detectives say they got a tip from a member of the public that ultimately led to the arrest of this man, Jose Ramirez. He's now been charged with 5 counts of peeping into an occupied dwelling. And officials say it is possible additional charges could be tacked on.
Peeping is a serious crime, and in our day and age, and especially in our experience, we have seen that peepings lead to more serious crimes, where it can lead to sexual assaults in nature. So it was we were very fortunate to receive this tip from the community, as well as the great outstanding work of our detectives to identify the suspect and arrest him immediately.
Police say Ramirez was taken to jail and later released. Attempts to reach Ramirez for comment tonight weren't immediately successful.
Well, that does it for this week's Crime in the DMV. Make sure you tune in next week to stay ahead with Fox 5 right here on Fox Local as we continue to bring you the latest updates.